Hey y'all, and welcome back to my Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. And welcome, as always, to me sweating profusely. It has become a thing. If it looks like a dewy complexion, it's probably perspiration. But today we are doing a review of palettes that I can't tell you how many of y'all tagged me in it. Y'all Snapchatted. Y'all were like, I have it. Are you gonna review it? They're monochromatic. They're cute. They're kawaii. I had a whole bunch of y'all all up in all my different kind of inboxes telling me about the BH Cosmetics Sweet Shoppe palettes, and it was actually real funny because I saw that shiz all up on Trend Mood, and then when you all, after a couple of y'all had messaged me, I was like, yeah, I kind of did get that shiz, and I plan on doing a review. Y'all know I love color. Y'all know I love a monochromatic moment. Y'all know I love finding affordable options out there, and a lot of y'all really do like a lot of BH Cosmetic stuff. I don't have a huge amount from them. I love their highlighter palettes. Those things are the bomb diggity shiznit. So I was really intrigued to try some eyeshadow from them. There are 6 palettes in total. I got 5 of them. The one that I didn't get was like the neutral brown one. It looked pretty, but y'all know I have my neutrals that I love, and I'm always on the whateverness to find beautiful, bright, colorful wonderfulness. And y'all, one thing that's so cool is you take this shiz, right? And you got this one right here, and then you layer them all together like this, and they build a big old giant ice cream cone. I enjoy a well executed, streamlined aesthetic. So the 5 that I have, this one is the cotton candy one. It is what I have got the majority of my papers today. I did pull in a purple from the ABH Norvina Pro Pigment Palette Volume 1, but it's just all kinds of pretty pink and purple. You got 4 mattes, 4 shimmers. They're all formatted the same. And if you want to see me use this on camera, I did use the cherry on top and the orange sorbet in a video trying it on camera. That will be up before this video, and I will leave it linked down below for your viewing pleasure. This is the cherry on top one, which is just all kinds of red and beautiful, and it works real well with the orange sorbet one here, which is all kinds of orange and beautiful. Then we have the bubblegum one here, which is the one that I was like, I'm not sure, not because I don't love blues. I mean, these 2 shimmers here look absolutely stunning, but more because like blue is a harder color theory to formulate. I've kind of got blues that I like, but I just, we kind of just finally said, okay, all right, I want to try this shiz. And then probably the one that I was the most excited for is the pistachio, because look at them greens. Look at them greens. You know your girl is not a shimmer lover aficionado, but all of these shimmers looked absolutely delectable. Absolutely delicious. Y'all know if there's a green palette by any sort of kind of brand, I'm gonna try to have that shiz. So we're gonna swatch all of the bad boys, kind of talk about my experience. Like I said, that video with me trying them goes in a little bit more in depth, and then we'll talk about if they're worth it. These are $18. I got mine at I got mine at Ulta. Not sure if they're limited edition or not. I don't think I ever know if something is limited edition. That's like the worst thing. I can never know. So we're gonna start with the first one here, the cherry on top. I got long sleeves, but they pulled down, so yay me. All right, I think how we're gonna do this is we're gonna go shimmers and then matte. So we're gonna start off with sweet right here, then juicy maraschino, which is, I love it. It's like that pinky toned red going on right here. I really enjoyed this shimmer formula. I mean, look, that is so pretty. Y'all know I like, enjoy, and appreciate a shimmer that is easy to use. I use it with a kind of like a denser small packing brush, and then if that don't work, we go into my like Moda little silicone whateverness. But if it can pass the brush test, then that's a shimmer that I love. Then Black Cherry right here, which is just, I mean, that is like come Christmas time, come damn holidays, you know I'm playing with that. We have Sunday and Wild Cherry. I love the gradation. Like I said, I'm kind of, pretty, beautiful, stunning, shiny, but I like it when color palettes like this do have that natural gradation. I don't know if it's because I'm lazy. I don't know if it's because I'm not talented makeup wise. Then that there and that right there. Then Tarte right here, which is a beautiful, that is a fantastic red, and Sprinkles, which is the roughest feeling and the one with the most fallout, very nice and pigmented, but a bit more dusty, a bit more chalky, a bit more dry. Then we'll go into Orange Sorbet right here with Yum, which is, that is a beautiful inner corner highlight. Citron, which is another just, I will say, I really enjoy these shimmers. And Tangy and Double Scoop, which is also absolutely beautiful. I was actually commenting in my video, I was like, I don't do a lot of orange looks, and I think this really helped spark an intense love and a future use of a lot of oranges on my channel. Like, they had some real pretty stuff like that. You see the sheen and the whateverness on them shimmers, and I love just how bright and beautifully vivid. We've got Tangerine, Zest, Extra Topping, and Chocolate Drizzle, which feels all kinds of smoothie smooth. There we have these swatches right there. So these are the first two palettes right here. I'm gonna wash off my arm. And then we're gonna get into the next ones. I don't find that they have a lot of stainage, which is really nice, and that is something that can happen with brighter, more vivid colors like this. Next up is going to be Cotton Candy right here, which again just has a beautiful, I kind of wish, I understand this one is kind of like pinky purpley. I wish it kind of had been either pink or purple. That's just me, but we're starting with Fluff Sugar, which is so pretty because it's like purple, but it's got like a little bit of blue reflect going in there. Then we have Swirl and Twirl, which kind of inspires me to do some more pink looks going on. There we have this, and this. They have a really nice shine to them. Probably my two favorites. I'm using this one, yeah, on this area all up in here. Like the other shimmers, very easy to use. Then Confetti, which feels super soft. That's what I started out with. And then we have Sugar Plum. And then I did go into Light and Airy after starting with Confetti, and then Carnival. So here we have these. I will say, I don't want to get too in depth until the end of all this. I will say that these shadows aren't like crazy pigmented. Like, obviously you can build that shiz up, but they aren't like going to give you a crazy intense swipe of saturation the first time you go in. So if you're familiar with like the Norvina formulas and like Viseart, Jeffree Star Cosmetics, those ones that are more like super intense pigmented mattes on the first swipe, these lend themselves to kind of starting out a little bit softer and then you build them up. Next up is Bubblegum, which, like I said, these two shimmers are just giving me all kinds of blue life. This one almost even has like it's blue, but it's almost got like a hint, just a teensy bit, just a drop of green in it. And I have used it with some green looks. So this is Frozen, Pop, Sweet Tooth, which is such a unique, like dark, bluey, decadent green situation. And then Blueberry, which is very similar to the last red shimmer in the Cherry on Top palette. So we have here, 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 and here. Very pretty, very opaque. I absolutely love that. It really livens up. Like if you put that over a gray or a black, it makes it really pop and gives it a bit of colorful dimension. And these two are just absolutely stunning and all kinds of ethereal and whateverness, which y'all know I'm into. Then obviously we've got to end on the beautiful green baby right here. This thing just gives me, I feel like green just on a whole gives me all kinds of feels, because it's kind of funny because green, if I think about like colors for like clothing or other things, like I'm like, green. But when it comes to putting that shiz on my face and in my hair, I am so down. One of my favorite colors to just complete the look. We've got Sweet Life, which is so pretty. It's like almost got a little bit of yellowiness to it. Then Dessert right here, Treat, which is absolutely gorgeous. And then Crunch, which is another very pretty, just perfect deep emerald shade. Gonna put this shiz right up here where it belongs. Just absolutely gorgeous. The sheen on those top two, and then I love these. I think the shimmers are just so stinking pretty. I've used that top as an inner corner highlight for a purple look, and it just did a beautiful offset. Going into the mattes, we have Soft Serve, which is super pretty. Guilty Pleasure, absolutely gorgeous. Nutty, which is that nice kind of like almost like a sagey, muted, grungy green. And then Cone or Cup, which for being as deep and dark as it is very smooth. So here we have the mattes going on right here. These two just give me all kinds of life, and I do really love that one. That is just like a perfect, true forest green. All right, now let's talk about the palettes on a whole. In my trying them out on camera video, you would have seen that I was talking about how, like I said previously, they aren't like super crazy heckin' pigmented on that first swipe. You do have to do a bit of building up, a little bit of blending, but I kind of think that for these kind of palettes, that makes it good for a beginner person wanting to get into color, because the fact that they're not super crazy and uncontrolled, intense pigment, whatever payoff, it gives you an opportunity, like I said, to build them up, to smooth them out. They do build up very beautifully, and they're a very easy shadow to control. One thing that I was really impressed by is that the mattes have minimal to like no fallout. The most fallout I experienced was from the Sprinkles shade right over here in the Cherry on Top palette, and then the Single Scoop right here from the Bubblegum palette. Other than that, absolute minimal to zero fallout, which once again harkens itself to being a really good palette for someone who wants to get into color. But you know, if you're getting someone into color and you give them something like the Norvina palettes or Melt Cosmetics that has that heckin' pigmented formula, but a fallout, well, formula that has a lot of fallout in it, it can kind of turn off some people. So I really appreciated that. Like I said, I found them just, even though they weren't as like swipe, you're done. They were a really enjoyable, easy formula to work with. So I think that is actually something that is a positive rather than a detriment, that it isn't just like so like crazy pigmented. Because even the Colourpop monochromatic palettes, y'all know I love that shiz like no tomorrow, but even their colorful palettes have a lot of fallout. So if you're someone who's concerned about that and you know don't want to have to deal with that when it comes to bright colors, would definitely recommend these. And then sort of the cherry on top is the shimmers. You all know your girl is a matte lover, so it takes a lot for a shimmer to get me all kinds of hot and bothered. These shimmers are just so beautiful. They're very unique, multifaceted, and like the mattes, they're just a very easy formula to work with, which is something that I appreciate at any price point, but to have an affordable price point to where you get such an easy, well-formulated shadow is a really nice thing. I love the fact that they pick up beautifully with a brush. I've tried them with a brush. I've tried them with that topper thing that I have. They work amazing both ways. Like the mattes, super minimal fallout, super minimal travel. Like sometimes when you're packing it on, it can get all up into your mattes and all your whatever and fall out around the face. Not a thing with these. They're just very easy to control, super easy to apply. You don't need a lot, and they look all kinds of ethereal, otherworldly, and vaguely threatening, which is what I look for when I look for a shimmer. Would honestly recommend any of these. And another thing that I really like about them, and kind of why I know justified getting them all, is that they work really well together. It's a lot of fun to go through and kind of find correlating shades using this one with that one. I'll use all mattes from one and then go into a shimmer from another. They work really they perform really well together. It's like a whole bunch of friends that support each other, that work with each other, that don't have any kind of disagreements. It's just a wonderful time all around. I'm just really, really happy with these. I've been using them to supplement my Colourpop palettes, a lot of my other monochromatic palettes, the Huda Beauty ones, those like jewel ones that she did. I've used this one to supplement the Jeffree Star Blue Blood palette, and that works super well. I just think these are very well done. Super impressed, very happy with them. I will reiterate that I think these are a good beginner friendly palette for someone wanting to get into color, or if you just want something that's gonna get the job done, get it done well, and not overwhelm you with a super crazy amount of saturation or fallout. Just like I said, all over, this was just a very good experience. So there we have that review. I am very pleasantly surprised and very happy to have those in my collection. You all know I live for the monochromatic life. I love having all the colors in one palette, and these have just been a really nice addition to my collection, and I'm really happy that I have another more affordable, colorful option that I can offer y'all that isn't Colourpop. Because I have been informed that a couple of y'all, all my people across the pond and all that jazz, can't get Colourpop where you all at. I hope y'all can get these if you can't get Colourpop. Would definitely recommend them. Think they're a great formula. BH Cosmetics did a fantastic job. And trying these out and reviewing these does make me a little bit more interested to see what other things that they have in their eyeshadow wheelhouse. Love to hear what y'all have to say about these. I know quite a few of you picked up one, two, just to, let us know down below what y'all's experiences are. We got all kinds of opinions all up in here, but thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and as always, keep it real.